President of the Republic of Ghana. And then he walks in there with Emeritus Professor J.H. Nketia, 96, still strong, full of wisdom. And there you have it. This is beautiful. I thought you were going to put your hands together. And then the president goes around to exchange pleasantries with the dignitaries on the high table. This is a night of culture and tradition, a beautiful one, of course. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the Republic of Ghana. President Rawlings and his very beautiful wife, Nanakone Duajiman Rawlings. Please welcome him with a round of applause. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies.
I courteously welcome you to this magnificent festival, celebrating 96 years of the extraordinary and inspiring achievement of Emeritus Professor Nketia. And it is only fitting that I bring birthday greetings to the person who has given us the reason to be gathered here tonight. And in doing so, I use the words of our ancestors on the talking drums, which would have been lamentably lost if Professor Nketia had not faithfully and industriously recorded them for posterity. Professor Emeritus Prof. Sabin Nketia. Afianusia. Melamawa Juro. Michelle Pusapuse. Je vois pour l'accès. Michelle Pusapuse. Ni waka. Jama, waya do not say. Long, live long, live long. Live to a good old age. The God of old says, He showers His blessings on you. Live to a good old age. The earth, Ampuninamwa, says she showers her blessings on you. Live to a good old age. Live long, live long, live long. Live to a good old age. May years be added to your years. Mr. President, my most revered dignitaries gathered here tonight, I have known Professor Nketia since 1937. When he entered the Akoko Presbyterian Training College to train as a teacher catechist, he taught me at the Training College Practice School when he came for teaching practice. And later on in life, I worked under him when he was the director of the Institute of African Studies. Professor Kwabena Ojam Sabin Nketia continued to stay vibrantly alive and perfectly healthy. And to all of you once again, a hearty welcome to this radiantly splendid festival. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Kofi Asare-Opoku, former director of the Kwabena Nketia Center for Africana Studies. Now to welcome us is the president of the African University College of Communications.
Honor and privilege to welcome you to this auspicious occasion, a birthday celebration which will honor the vast and myriad contributions of Ghana's son, living legend Professor Kwabena J.H. Nketia. I first met Professor Nketia in 2015, not 1937. However, his impeccable reputation preceded him, thanks to the wonderful stories Professor Asare-Opoku, the chairman for today's festivities, shared with me about Professor Nketia, his many travels, his experiences, and the impacts of his contributions around the world. Professor Nketia's works have shaped creativity in disciplines that extend far beyond his own. This is the true mark of a legend. He has been a trailblazer in his commitment to our culture and has established a legacy that will extend well beyond our time. His body of work urges us to understand, appreciate, and embrace our culture, to respect and honor our traditions, and to preserve our natural resources. In so doing, there is something even greater that awaits us, a rebirth similar to the journey of national pride that our forefathers embarked on with our independence more than 60 years ago. Right from our founding, the African University College of Communications has given Africana Studies an important role. Africana Studies is entrenched in our curriculum, and our students graduate with enough credits to earn a minor in this field. We also pride ourselves in honoring our living legends, from Sir Sam Jonah to Professor Nketia to Kojo Yanka to Amata Edu. Our goal is to immortalize these greats in ways that enrich their legacy. Professor Nketia, from all of us at AUCC, thank you for the gift of you and the gift of your works. Your life experiences teach us, Your presence humbles us, and you continue to inspire us. With that inspiration, let us all, as individuals and collectively as a nation, recognize and appreciate that our culture and traditions are two of our most valuable national assets. And let us channel events like these in ways that allow us to raise awareness with those who have the influence, authority, and funds to support academic and creative programs that further strengthen and support our cultural heritage. Professor Nketia, happy birthday 96 times. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Koyo Inimwright, who's president of the African University College of Communications, where the Kwabena Nketia Center for Africana Studies is located. The Dance of the Forest, composed by the Emeritus Professor J.H. Kwabena Nketia. Please, a round of applause for them.
Professor J.H. Kwabena Nketia celebrated his 96th birthday on July 22nd of this year. Today's holistic celebration seeks to preserve Emeritus Professor Nketia's evergreen signal contributions to shaping the topography of Africana studies. He is the foremost African ethnomusicologist whose ideas provide preambles to the study of Africana music and dance. His works harmonize the humanities using ethnomusic as a unique utilitarian convergence. In sum, Emeritus Professor Nketia's timeless intellectual legacies encompass African music and dance, language and linguistics, culture and norms, and oral history and oral traditions. Indeed, our sense of alternative truths about the Africana world orbits along his incandescent research and luminescent publications that debunks Hobbesian notions of African pathology.
Firstly, personally, thank you, Prof, for your contribution, through the GET Fund and enabling me to get a scholarship to study music therapy outside. I'm very grateful. This has led to the formation of the Music Therapy Association of Ghana and added Ghana to countries that practice music therapy all over the world. So on behalf of myself and the students at the Institute of Music Therapy, we say thank you very much. We are very grateful. And so I'm going to do one of Prof's pieces composed in 1945. I was not born by then. But the song basically is about, it was written for a friend who was traveling to another country. So Prof wrote this for a friend, and I hope you enjoy it.
My name is Bafo Nyantechi Tutu Boating, the Krontihini of New Jabin, and I'm here to represent Tasibre, Professor Emeritus Uti Boating, who will have wished to be here personally, but last minute circumstances have prevented him from coming. And he has asked me to Asians to the celebrant in the person of Professor Emeritus Professor J.H. Nketia. And with the permission of the chair, I would like to read Dasibre Professor Emeritus Uti Boating's note. And after that, I will present the items to the celebrant on behalf of Dasibre. So here it goes. Emeritus Professor J.H. Nketia exudes the charisma of a folk legend and will forever remain a monument of linguistic excellence and the conscience of African scholarship. I am deeply honored to be part of this historic moment, marking the 96th milestone of this giant legend of African scholarship, Emeritus Professor J.H. Nketia. I have admired Professor Nketia ever since joining the University of Ghana as a research fellow in 1969, particularly with respect to his extraordinary depth of knowledge in African culture, language, and music. His contributions to the institution of the Nketia Festival, the first post-independence traditional festival in Ghana, on my 5th anniversary as Omahine of New Jabin in 1997, remains a major landmark in the history of the festivals of the chiefs and people of the New Jabin traditional state. The dexterity with which the Nketia Anwensem was crafted in impeccable Asante tree and cultural fortitude could only symbolize the signature of an iconic African scholar of legendary stature. In recognition of his immense contribution to the centrality and pride of the culture of New Jabin and Ghana in contemporary generation, the New Jabin Traditional Council, under my presidency, presented Emeritus Professor Nketia with his coveted Dasibre Award for Excellence, sharing the same recipient category with the late Emeritus Professor Edu Buahine. Our affinity was given a further boost in 2013 when I was conferred with the award of Distinguished Fellowship by the Distinguished Scholars of Africa, with Emeritus Professor J.H. Nketia delivering the powerful citation thereof. To us in New Jabin, Emeritus Professor J.H. Nketia is a towering spectre of humanity and a fountain of inspiration. We reiterate our affirmation that he exudes the charisma of a folk legend and will forever remain a monument of linguistic excellence and the conscience of African scholarship. On this auspicious occasion, the New Jabin Traditional Council brings felicitations to our esteemed Emeritus Professor Nketia. On behalf of the chiefs and people of New Jabin, we congratulate you and wish to associate with you in this momentous occasion to supplicate the continuance of divine blessings for a prosperous and productive life as you cement an intergenerational legendary foothold in the history and pride of this nation. Signed, Dasibre Professor Emeritus Uti Boatin, Omahine, New Jabin Traditional State. Thank you very much.
Very beautiful. This is incredible and adorable. Thank you very much indeed. And now, before the legend speaks, there's a poet who's been sharpened and honed at the African University College of Communications, the AUCC.
Oye monyo no fue, unko jidia unkolokoro. Oye monyo no fue,
Apapa bibire beba ufie.
onipa yedo.
Oba kofu maboro pim pim kwa. Uhuda mutisaini.
Oye monyo no fue, konyidom, konyidom, konyidom.
Oye monyo no fun konyidom.
Yamonyo no fue kayo.
Oye monyo no fun konyidom. Ina onye biya kayo. Wofa wajiji amami bimini. Ebi wobehu watumi kumiso.
Wofa wobidi atomi kumiso.
Ebi wobehu watumi kumiso. Wobehu watumi kumiso. Wofa Oye monyo no fun konyidom. Wofa Wofa wajiji amami bimini. Wobehu watumi kumiso.
As a retired professor of long time, I retired long ago, but thanks to Providence, I'm still hanging around to see what next I should do before I grant the answers. Well, you see, I'm a retiree of long standing. But, in this stage, of a retiree, I find that people outside are very interested in knowing our cultures and doing our things. And I'd like to encourage you to look at our cultures and also see what you can do with them. There isn't any part of the world I haven't been to because they were anxious to know what we do. So the reason why I was pleased when I was told that they are arranging this party for me and that Nana will be here and so forth, I was so excited. And I said, instead of going to Nana to talk to him, to strengthen my African thing, maybe this is the opportunity for me to say it in public. So when Nana is doing it, you know that we are very anxious to develop our own cultures the way we want. And really, I am very pleased that Nana was here. We can talk quietly about some of the things we can do, but certainly developing our own should be our goal. And I have every hope that Nana will turn our attention onto that and make us learn not only our traditional things, but find ways of improving on them.
A round of applause for Prof, please. Thank you.